Well, today we're going to try and sneak in a review of the Biktrix Juggernaut Hub Duo. So stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, we are going to try and sneak in a review. As you can see from these clouds, it's going to be a rainy one today. But I thought I want to get out here and see if I can get a review in on the Biktrix Juggernaut Hub Duo. This is the Hub Duo. Yes, I am riding a hub bike. So let's pull over right here and take a look at what we are working with. Here's the overview of what we are working with. And if we start up here in the front, we have 27.5 by 3 inch Chow Yang tires. We have an RST fork. It does have a lockout and preload adjustment. Metal fenders, front and back. We have an LED headlight. It will definitely get you home. I would not want to go off-roading with it at night, but it'll certainly get you home. You have mounts for a front rack or front basket. The cable management right here, this was my doing. Here's what it looks like when it comes from the factory. And so we wanted to change that out, and you may have seen that video on that. If we come up here to the forks, we have Biktrix branded hydraulic disc brakes with 180 millimeter rotors. It is a quick skewer tire, front tire. Up here on the handlebars, they are flat, a very flat, just very little rise on the handlebars. We have a left-hand thumb throttle, 3-finger hydraulic brake levers. Lock-on grips come on it. I believe come on it. I changed them out pretty quickly. It does not come with a bell. And it has an 8-speed what's the derailleur on it? Or it's a 9-speed. And it is the Alloro, which is a step up from the Tourney. This is not the stock seat, but I'm actually very happy with a stock seat. I just wanted to try this one out. We have a suspension seat post on it just because it fits. I really don't need a suspension seat post where I'm riding this bike. The paint on this, oh, I wish we had a sunny day, because the paint, we'll see if we can come in here kind of close, is a metal flake paint, and it is actually a beautiful, beautiful paint job on it. It does come with an adjustable stem. That's a big plus. The controller for the hub drive is down in my box right here. These are aftermarket pedals that I've put on. Has a very heavy duty rear rack and a 750 watt rear hub motor. Again, hydraulic brakes in the back, 180 millimeter rotors on them. We have a 17.5 amp hour battery integrated, and we have a 21 amp hour extended range battery. This is a 52 volt system. This range extender is virtually plug and play. That's one of the main reasons that I got this bike. Now, your integrated battery, I'm not going to go through there and show you how to take that out. You can charge it from right here while it's on the bike, or you can hit the key and then hit that flip that switch up here, and it'll pop right out. Your range extender battery, you do have an on and off button for that. Metal fenders, front and back, I believe I had already mentioned, and you have a double chain guard. Both sides of the chain is guarded. It is a 9-speed. So let's talk about riding this bike just a little bit here. The riding position on this, because of the adjustable stem, you can bring that up pretty good, and You got a relatively upright position, as upright as I would like to be. I don't need to be any more upright than what I am right now. Oh yes, it does have a torque sensor on the hub drive, and there is also a speed sensor integrated with that as well. What does that mean? It means it's going to give you a torque sensor and pedal assist, oh, let's say 1, up to a certain speed, and then the motor is going to go ahead and cut out on that. It's pretty close to my BBS02 in how it works. The display on here, you've got all your information, how many watts you're using, the percentage of battery, or you can put it to the watts that you've got left, or the volts that you have left, and you've got your tripometer, your odometer, how long it's been running since you reset it. There's quite a bit of information on there. You can also get in and change the settings to where you have only 3 levels of power assist or up to 9 levels of power assist. So, you know, it's pretty customizable in that respect. I do not know that you can get into this and change how much on each setting you have. I do know you can do it with the mid drive with a programming cable. I'm not sure how much that translates to their hub motors on that. All right, we're going to cut this down to pedal assist at 0 and pedal this along. And you know, it's a heavy e-bike. I wouldn't want to pedal it all day long, but you can pedal it. Now if we put this up into pedal assist number 1, as long as I'm pushing on them pedals, it will get me up to about 13 miles an hour, 12 to 13 miles an hour, and then it kicks out. Pedal assist 2, we will pick up to 16 miles per hour, and then it cuts out. Pedal assist 3, at 21, it cuts out. Pedal assist 4, $23.5. Pedal assist 5, $26. So at about 26 miles per hour. I am, with my camera gear in the back here, probably 220 pounds, dressed with my camera gear in the back. I'm in pedal assist 5 right now, and I'm not taking off because of that torque sensor. I'm just not pedaling hard, but if I want to start pedaling, it's just going to get right up and go. I have to tell you, it's really, really peppy. Now, if we drop down to pedal assist 0, there's no throttle. So it's not throttle on demand. I think you could change that in the settings. But the throttle is not locked into my pedal assist when I'm using it. On pedal assist 1 here, it's still going to carry me up to right about the 25 to 26 mile an hour range. And we're already at the 25. And we're starting to climb above that. But we're going to shut it down right here. So what do we got next? Well, let's come down here. And we're going to do the brake test on this and see how well these brakes work. All right, so we're going to go up to 20 miles per hour. We're at 11, 15, 20. I had to have cheated a little bit right there by stopping a hair early. but I can follow my track here. Yeah, I stopped there a hair early. $12, $15, $17, $18, $19, $20. 20 feet is what it took me to stop here. So I'm going to say that's pretty darn good. So let me give my thoughts on the Biktrix bike, or Biktrix. I'm not sure how you exactly pronounce that. I like it. You probably have already seen the video of the issues that we had with customer service. That can happen in any company. And I was satisfied with how the result of that was. Hate to say it, but not so much because of them, but because of what we did. We'll go ahead and take a bit more of a look at this bike. I'm going to tell you that I didn't put in when I talked about that, I think the whole problem with that other bike was the frame on it was defective. And that would explain why the integrated battery that was in it when it shipped had a cracked cover. That would explain why these screws down here come loose. That would explain why the torque sensor come loose. That would also explain anytime you lifted it up or set it down, you could hear the frame flexing when you just did that. That would explain all those things. So I think they had a bum frame. Oh, now we got some of this frame in the light here. We got a little bit of sun peeking out. I hope you can really see that. Let's see if we can. We're gonna backtrack there a little bit. Yeah, if you can see, that's got a nice, beautiful metal flake paint on it. Anyway, out of the rabbit holes, Blaine. That kind of thing can happen to anybody. They're not building these frames themselves. They have these frames. They outsource these frames, so that can happen. So, big pluses, and the reason that I am keeping the Biktrix bike is going to be, well, let's just stay here for just a second. The 3-inch tires. I've never been a great big fan of 4-inch tires for my daily rider. I think they're fun to ride. I like to go out and blast around on them. They're a lot of fun, but when we want to get out there and really cycle and go somewhere, they're a little bigger than what we like. So these 3-inch tires, I think are great. That's basically an entry to fat tire. So you're still dealing with a fat tire, it's just a small size of it. Plus tires, in my opinion, goes up to about a 2.8. So I like the plus tires, and this right here is so close, less than a quarter of an inch. I'm okay with this, because you can also couple this with a 750 watt hub motor. Yes, a hub motor, and there's just the maintenance schedule on it is so non-existent. That's why I went with a hub motor. I got a mid-drive that, you know, has a higher maintenance issue on it. It's set up for the type of riding that I'm using it for. This is not a replacement for my Trek bike. This is just an addition to it here. So it's set up the way that I like it with the fenders. It has the rear rack. We're still looking at putting that tow peak bag back onto here where I can just slide it off and take it with me. Yeah, I'm real pleased with it. The integrated lights are, I'm thinking, bright enough, except for on the brightest days. You notice I don't even have my strobing light on here, because this LED headlight is strong enough that I can put on a front headlight, and the back light can go on. And all you do with that is you just hit the plus button here, and that turns them on. And you know, you can see that coming at you. And of course in the back, it's integrated. It is a brake light as well. You can see that behind you. So unless it's a real bright day, I'm not even taking, that's something else I don't have to hook on here. It's comfortable ride. I like the adjustable stem on that. I like the bars. They do put you a little bit forward, and I just can't get over being a little bit aggressive, even though I'm not riding this bike aggressively. So overall, I'm very happy with the bike. If I wasn't, I would have sent it back, and I had the perfect opportunity to do exactly that. this plug-and-play battery. I'm thrilled with that. I mean, that's one of the main reasons that I bought this particular bike, is I can just plug that in. Even if their batteries were garbage, I can get another battery on there. I can take off that plug and put it into the other cradle and have, you know, unlimited amount of the batteries that I can put in there. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with these batteries, but you know, it's that ease. I don't have to cut into the frame. I don't have to drill bosses in. That's just bolted on. The cradle is bolted on, and then it plugs right in. That's a huge, huge, huge reason why I got that. There are some other bikes coming out with that feature. But like I said, I like this one. I like the 9-speed on it. I like the trigger shifters. I'm not a big fan of the Tourney from Shimano. Just not a big fan of that. And there's nothing wrong with it. All right, what's some of the things that they need to improve on? Well, right here. Come on, Biktrix. Welcome to the 1990s, I think, is when they quit doing that. You know, get that kickstand in the back. I'll probably take that and throw it away. I can use that to exercise my arm and see how far I can throw it, and put on a rear-mounted one. I'll just have to find one that will go around the wires with no problem and not give any issue there. That needs to be improved on. You know, your wire management up here, that definitely needs to be improved. You guys can do better than that. All right, this is an e-bike. People use electric here. Get a USB. Even if you put a pigtail up here that you can have a USB and charge up your phone while you're using it, that would be a big plus. As it stands, I've got to put a battery pack in my top tube bag here, and I've got a wire that comes right out, and I can plug in my phone. I don't need to right now. It's a brand new phone that we got, and so it ain't going to lose charge anytime real quick. Yeah, other than that, that pretty much gives you my whole impression of this bike. Do I think this is America's highest end e-bike as it's advertised at? No, it's not even close. But this is a step above a lot of the competition that's out there with its components. And so, you know, do I think it's worth the money? Yeah, I think it's worth the money. We're going to put a link to Biktrix down in the description below. They're not crazy about me after my dealings with their customer service, so I'm not going to do any kind of collaborating with them or anything like that. But we'll let you go ahead and decide, because I think it's a good bike. I have no problem with the fact of the amount of money that I spent on this bike. I'm very satisfied with it. I think there's some things that can be improved, but they're certainly not deal breakers to me. So, and that torque sensor is really nice. So I think that's going to wrap it up from right here in North Carolina. So till the next one, hey, this is Southern E-Biking telling you, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels rolling. Once again, we're out.